Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I decided to do a Q&A this week, and that's just because this channel is pretty new and maybe you guys have some questions. It's a good mix of hobby-related questions and some personal questions, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I thought I was super prepared today, but apparently I am not. Do you play any games with your minis? If so, which? The quick answer is yes. I play a lot of Kingdom Death. Kingdom Death is the best board game ever, and honestly, I play it by myself. In terms of Warhammer, I played 40k, I'm collecting armors, I played Kill Team, I enjoy it, but my biggest issue is that I really don't enjoy meeting new people. It makes me so scared that it kind of ruins the gaming experience. So yeah, if I can find a good group in the future, I would be happy to play more Warhammer, but until then, I'm going to enjoy my Kingdom Death by myself at home. Who are your biggest inspiration? This is impossible to answer, there's so many. Flameon, Albert Morento-Font, Arnaud Latharo, Dave Cowell, Andy Wardle, a burp, I'm sorry, Craftwork Studios, Akkad Studios, Sumikito. Yeah, just so many and probably so many more. How do you manage to get your paint job so vibrant and look so awesome? What's the magic? Well, you have to sacrifice several virgins. There are several ways to get your models vibrant. I think one of them is remembering when you highlight, you are desaturating your paint. So just keep focusing on, after you're mixing in your whites or your bright yellows for the highlights, you keep glazing in some pigment just to gain some color back into your piece. I also think that there are several ways to approach the different colors and paint with them in the way where you keep them more vibrant. One of the things I do is I often add some yellow to my mixes. So for example, if you add a little bit of yellow into your blue, it turns kind of turquoisey, but it's very, very nice and it adds like an interesting variant in your painting. I also, like I talked about earlier, I do enjoy putting green into my orange. It adds this interesting color, which is pretty bright, but it's not white, so you're not getting the pastel orange, making it look a little bit desaturated and sad. And definitely no magic at all. No. Oh, advise a starter kit. A good start. I'm not going to be very specific, but I will say if you're new, I would recommend getting some clippers and some type of mold line remover. I also recommend using Tamiya plastic cement, which is so much better than those plastic glues that you buy at the Warhammer shop. 100% you should get a wet palette, and then just find a paint brand that you enjoy using. I think Vallejo is very good paints if you're new to painting, so maybe buy some Vallejo and then buy some good brushes. If you're gonna spend money somewhere in this process, you should buy good brushes for painting. So that's probably big recommendations from me. What was the first mini you painted and do you still have it? So my first box of miniatures was a start collect with the Beasts of Chaos. And I painted the full-on box and I was freaking confused because I was trying to follow the recipe on the box and it was just completely wrong. It looks like shit. But yeah, I still have them, and it's good to be reminded that you came from somewhere and that you can always get better. Would you ever quit teaching if mini painting YouTube took off for you? And the answer to this is I already have. I have given myself 2 years to be able to work full-time as a miniature painter, so you guys will get to see if I'm able to do it or if I fail horribly. But I really hope that you guys want to see me succeed, and yeah, I'm just super happy about it and really excited about it. So yeah, but it's a big risk and I'm scared. What got you into minis? I saw a video of the display from Wilhelm Miniature's apartment and it was so good and I liked it so much and I was like, what is this? It was just something that I really enjoyed from the second I started it and I have never looked back. So here we have a question from Miniature Masters Trent. What is your favorite Kingdom Death model ever? I have so many. Can I only pick one? So after thinking about it for a long time, I would have to say Witch of the East Star. I would also have to say Nuculo, Parasite Queen. And most definitely Gold Smoke Knight, like it's an iconic model. Would you join the Squidmar team if you got the offer? I never think that would happen. I was such a nervous wreck. I would be extremely surprised if Emil ever wants me back. Like, honestly. But yeah, the thought is pretty cool. I like it. How do you deal with painting burnout? This is a really good question because I painted for 7 years and I've definitely felt hobby burnout several times. I think the answer to this is different for a lot of people. Maybe for some of you, the answer is to take a break. So I have several ways that I like to deal with it. One of them is to give yourself like limited time to finish a model, and I would say like maybe 6 to 8 hours is a good time, because I think one of the things is just feeling like you're finishing things and getting that dopamine of finishing something and putting it on the shelf. Another way to deal with it is I used to put on timers on 25 minutes, and then you get 5 minutes break, and then 25 minutes, 5 minute break, 25 minutes, and then you get like a longer break. This is something I did several years ago when I had a very hardcore burnout, and it actually got me right into miniature painting. The last thing about hobby burnout that I learned when I used to study classical piano was that when you're practicing, put on some time to practice and then stop when the time is over. Don't keep going even if you're having fun, because your body is going to remember that the last time you were painting, you had fun. While if you go to the point where you're tired of it, your body is going to remember that the last time you were painting, you were tired of painting. So this is also a way to go around it by training your body to having fun when painting, stopping when you're having fun, and just keep learning your body that you enjoy painting. What was the most difficult thing in Miniature Masters? For me, the most difficult thing was to get out of my shell. I can function pretty normal when I speak to one other person, but the more people there are, the more quiet I become. So honestly, for me, it was super challenging in the beginning to not just stay in my room and hide constantly. I pushed myself really hard, and I'm so happy I did, because it didn't take long for me to feel more and more relaxed with the group. I don't really socialize, honestly, so this was huge. What's been your proudest hobby moment? My proudest hobby moment. That's so difficult to say. My proudest hobby moment must have been during Miniature Masters. I guess I would have to say the bus, just because I did not think I was gonna finish it. And I'm happy with the colors. I'm happy that like Banshee liked what I did. So yeah, I would say I was really proud in that moment. What do you think about? And then ... So that's confusing. If you had a signature series of 6 paints, what color would you include? I think, okay, let me just go with my go-to paints all the time, and then I don't know how well they will go together. We got frog green, laser green, flame orange, grape red, ocean blue. Oh, I would like if I could sneak in one more color, it would just be some sort of magenta, just to have, let's say like, you know what, coral ionic. These paints, love them, and I can recommend them a lot for other painters out there. Do you have a background in design or arts besides piano? No, I don't. I was always terrible at drawing and terrible at writing. Like, my handwriting still looks like a 2-year-old. Yeah, I suck at it. All my friends were good at it, and for some reason I managed to learn how to paint, and that's a big reason why I think everyone can learn to paint. After Miniature Masters experience, did you gain more confidence in yourself? I think the answer is yes and no. Honestly, during the recording, I was just confused, because I was just so sure I was gonna go out, and then it didn't happen, and then I got all of this positive feedback, and then I was just very confused about it. And honestly, I still am. I like to think that I'm good, but I definitely see how much I'm lacking. But at this point, I've stopped caring about it. Now I just want to do cool projects, and I know I'm gonna get better if I just keep practicing. So confidence, I wouldn't say that, but I would say I don't care as much anymore, and I don't feel as insecure anymore. What is your biggest recommendation for somebody that is looking to get better at painting? I guess it would be to find someone and ask them, where are the areas you should improve? Because the answer to this is different for everyone. Like, recently I asked Sumikito for some feedback, and one of them was that areas could look a little bit patchy if I didn't do enough layers to cover them. The other one was that my edge highlights were too thick, which I totally agree, and after that I've been focusing on improving these 2 things. Thank you so much for watching this Q&A. I hope it was a little bit interesting, and maybe you feel like you know me a little bit better. And a special thanks to my tier 3 Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for giving me that extra bit of support, helping this YouTube channel out a lot. There is an extended edition you can watch for free on my Patreon if you want to see more of the questions answered. So thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. And please remember to subscribe and comment and like. And yeah, thank you.